A young man loved and respected his father more than anyone in the world. But one day, he had to make a choice: obey his father's advice and live a safe life, or follow his dream and risk disappointing the man he admired most. What happened next changed both their lives forever. In a small town lived a young man named Daniel. His father was a hard-working man. For over 30 years, he woke up before sunrise, worked long hours, and sacrificed everything to feed his family. Daniel admired him deeply. His father wasn't rich, but he was honest, disciplined, and respected throughout the community. Growing up, Daniel heard the same advice almost every day: get a stable job, avoid taking risks, don't chase unrealistic dreams, security is better than uncertainty. Daniel never questioned those words. After all, they came from the man he trusted most. But as Daniel grew older, he discovered something. The world was changing. He saw ordinary people building businesses online. He saw young people learning skills from the internet and creating opportunities for themselves. He saw possibilities his father had never seen. One evening, Daniel sat at the dinner table and shared an idea. "Dad, I want to start a digital marketing business." The room became silent. His father's face changed. "A business? Why would you do that? Get a government job. That's what successful people do." Daniel tried to explain, but the more he spoke, the more worried his father became. Finally, his father said something that stayed with him forever. "Son, I don't want you to suffer like I did." At that moment, Daniel understood something. His father wasn't speaking from wisdom alone. He was speaking from fear. Not fear for himself, but fear for his son. The fear of uncertainty, the fear of failure, the fear of seeing someone he loved get hurt. For weeks, Daniel struggled. Should he obey his father, or should he follow the path he believed in? Then one day, he asked himself a powerful question: am I respecting my father, or am I inheriting his fears? The question changed everything. Daniel made a decision. He would continue honoring his father, but he would no longer allow fear to decide his future. He found a job to support himself while learning digital marketing at night. Every evening after work, he studied. While others watched television, he practiced. While others slept, he learned. Months passed. Nothing happened. Then more months passed. Still nothing. Friends laughed at him. Relatives called him unrealistic. Even his father occasionally reminded him that he was wasting time. But Daniel remained disciplined. Not because success was guaranteed, but because growth required patience. Then one day, he got his first client, a small client, then another, and another. Years later, Daniel's business was generating more income than he had ever imagined. He was helping businesses grow, creating jobs, supporting his family. And one evening, he invited his father to his office. His father walked through the building in silence. He saw employees working. He saw clients arriving. He saw the dream he once feared become a reality. Finally, his father looked at him and smiled. "I was wrong." Daniel shook his head and said, "No, Dad, you weren't wrong. You gave me the best advice you knew. You taught me discipline, hard work, and integrity. The only thing I couldn't inherit was your fear." His father's eyes filled with tears because for the first time he understood his son's success was not a rejection of his teachings. It was simply an extension of those teachings. Now here is the moral story. Many of the people who love us most will give us advice based on the life they experienced. Respect them, learn from them, honor their sacrifices. But remember, you can inherit their values without inheriting their limitations. Because every generation has a responsibility not only to preserve what was passed down, but to build beyond it. Your parents gave you roots. Your responsibility is to grow wings. Respect them deeply, but don't be afraid to fly farther than they ever imagined. Now, I'd like to hear from you. Have you ever received advice from your parents, relatives, or mentors that helped shape your life? And have you ever had to choose between following their expectations and following your own path? Share your experience in the comments below. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notifications so you can never miss content that helps you build discipline, wealth, and a stronger mindset. Remember, you can honor those who came before you without limiting yourself to where they stopped. Learn from their wisdom, appreciate their sacrifices, but have the courage to build a future that is uniquely yours. Until next time, stay disciplined, stay focused, and keep building your wealth.